guys, this is Comic Uno, and today I'm doing a review for the newest episode, Teen Wolf, which is a day earlier because of the VMAs. Hopefully I'll be able to watch it tonight. I'll tape it because I have a Q&A on this channel, so if you want to check that out, it's a Q&A, live show. Be sure to check it out at 9, but I understand if you're going to watch VMAs also, because I'm going to tape it. But yeah, so Teen Wolf did air a day earlier because of the VMAs. I guess just to launch both of them, just to have like a premiere thing for the VMAs. And also the VMAs are very popular, so Teen Wolf can have, I guess, more people watching it, so it just benefits both VMAs and Teen Wolf. But let's talk about this episode of Teen Wolf. This is the third to last episode of the season, and then we're probably going to have our hiatus either towards the winter or the summer. I don't know how that season 5 layout's going to work. But with this episode, we get to see 3 different stories truly going on. We have Scott, who's trying to help out the people that are still surviving from the Deadpool, teaming up with Argent, and people are just trying to kill him. Malia and Styles, who's trying to figure out more about the cassette tape, more of what Lydia's grandma had to say, and to destroy the Deadpool. And then Lydia, who's dealing with Meredith and seeing if Meredith is actually the benefactor or is there something else going on with that. And we do learn that there's something else going on with that. Peter is pretty much behind all this and he didn't even know it. But Peter definitely has more of a grander plan, and it seems like the Deadpool was more of a distraction than the total story, which I thought was very interesting about this episode. I think a lot of us have been questioning since Season 3A, why hasn't Peter done anything, really? Of course, we've seen Peter, he was manipulating Lydia, he's done things throughout the season, but I think it was Season 3A's finale, there was this big thing where Peter's like, hey, I'm gonna come back and be the true alpha, and we didn't really get to see that in 3B, and I didn't think there was many signs of it in Season 4, but now it seems that cliffhanger is really coming to a head, and also the Kate cliffhanger. Something I've been disappointed with is that we haven't really gotten to see a lot of Kate, and with this episode it seems like that's the total story. So that Deadpool was a distraction to Peter and Kate's story, whatever they're doing. And Meredith wasn't the true benefactor, which yes, she kind of was, but she was crazy enough, and I guess kind of a little bit on, you know, on the crazy side to believe she was helping out by doing that. So that definitely seems a little bit more towards Meredith's character than that cliffhanger from last episode. So I'm happy to see that and where Meredith's character goes and where this whole Banshee story arc goes, because a lot of it, of Lydia's story, of course, was dealing with what the hell am I and what does it mean to be a Banshee, and having that connection with Meredith. And we learned a little bit more about Lydia's powers, making things make sense, and learning a little bit more about Meredith in general. So I like, again, that she's just crazy, and that just makes more sense for her character. I think it got a little confusing at times because of it, but again, it's always, that Banshee stuff always gets a little confusing, but in a great way. The Teen Wolf, you just have to pick it apart, which I do like that about this story. So really like that, because it really drives us to these last 2 episodes. Maybe not the Deadpool, but Peter and Kate. Styles and Malia, their story arc was really good too. You know, bringing them together again and them helping each other out was really great. I do want to dig deeper into the Malia-Peter story. That might be for Season 5, though. It seems like Peter is really gaining to be the big villain again for Season 5, or might just be the big villain for these last 2 episodes. Again, I don't know where that's going to go, but it seems like the Deadpool was that distraction. I really want to see Malia and Peter interact a little bit more. It's like, hey, you're my father. And not more of those awkward conversations that we already had, but more of that allegiance of what is she going to do. I really want to see that conflict as the season goes on. But it's great to see Malia and Styles talking again and trying to discover more about the Deadpool. It's terminating the Deadpool. I did not expect that in this episode. But the weaker part of the episode, honestly, was Scott's portion. I feel like they were very pushed to the side with Scott. They just had action just because they needed it. You know, obviously it makes sense that these people, these assassins, are still going after Scott and Kira and all these other people, but I wish this was going on with the Lydia and Malia story somehow, some way, because it just felt like I didn't care about Scott's story as much because I was so dedicated to Lydia and Styles and Malia's story. felt like those were more interesting than the Scott one, because again, it just felt like unnecessary action. They just needed action scenes, so they had that with Scott and Kira, which is a shame for Kira, because we really haven't seen enough of Kira this season, and this season was supposed to be more fun, and it was in the beginning, but I would like to see a little bit more Kira or Scott, and especially see Kira shine on her own, because she's a little bit in the shadow of, obviously, Allison and Scott. So it's a shame that they didn't really do much with Kira with this episode, but we do get to see some mentions of Allison, which is great to see. I think they pushed that way to the side, that I know a lot of Teen Wolf fans were upset about, so hopefully we get to see a little bit more closure with Allison. We really didn't get to see that this season, but at least we're getting some mentions here. But overall, I think it was a good episode. I think it's leading into some interesting things. I can't say it's the best episode of Teen Wolf, or even the season, but it was a pretty good episode. I would say 2/3 of the episode was really good, but then the Scott stuff, I wasn't so interested in. But very excited to see where these 2 episodes go and what direction they're going to go with Season 5, because I really do think we're going to get more Kate and Peter heavy in Season 5, but I wish we didn't have to wait that long. But please tell me in the comments below what you thought about the episode, speculations of what's to come next, and don't forget to follow me on Twitter for Comic and and their own situations. Don't forget to like my Facebook page, and also I have a comic book Like Father Like Daughter if you want to learn more about that. In the description below, there's information about that and links. So of course I have a review for Teen Wolf next Monday when it airs, and not on a special night. It's going to be its regular night. So hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.